This story happened in a beautiful house. There lived a cute boy named George. He had lots of toys in his rooms, and the 25 tin soldiers that he had just received from his mother's were his favorite toys. Out of 25 tin soldiers, there was a unique one named Roger. Due to the lack of tin during production, he had solely one leg.
George, this soldier must have been a defect product. I will exchange it for you.
It's not a problem, Mom. This soldier is so strong and resilient, he can even stand still with only one leg. I will make him the commander of his team.
George's mother smiled proudly when hearing these words from her son. Everything kept going peacefully in the morning, but until midnight, the room turned out to be a different world, when the toys started to move and interact with each other. In this room, there lived a beautiful dancer doll named Diana. She was the doll that George's father made by himself as a gift for his son on Christmas Day. Diana was placed on the most solemn corner in the shelf. That's also the reason why she was hated by many other toys. They always teased and bullied her. Roger was really impressed by her because she was so cute, and mostly because she was a ballet dancer, so she also stood on one leg. How beautiful Diana is, and she's even like me. We both can stand still by only one leg. One time, when the tin soldier intended to come closer to talk to Diana, he saw that she was being bullied by other toys.
Hey, Diana, how dare you stand there? That's my position.
That's right. Stay away from there.
Seeing that, the tin soldier started to fight against these toys to protect Diana. From that moment, no one dared to bully Diana anymore.
You'd better watch out, boy.
Wow.
Thank you, brave soldier. I really don't know what to do without your help.
That's my honor, lady. From that day, the tin soldier and the doll became close friends. They sat down together every night, talked about what they had experienced in their life. And time went by. They gradually fell in love with each other. But things never kept on going peacefully like that. The tin soldiers had many enemies after protecting the ballet dancer. Until one day, when he had not paid attention, he was cornered by these toys. He stepped back, slipped, and fell out of the window. When George got back to his room, he could see the tin soldier nowhere. He searched everywhere in the room, but he could find nothing. He was really desperate.
Mom, where's my brave tin soldier? I can't see him anywhere.
A gardener found the tin soldier on the grass in the garden. His head was damaged after falling down, making the gardener believe that he was a broken toy. The gardener looked at him for a while.
It must be a broken toy that the master threw out.
Thinking so, he threw the little tin soldier to the stream. He fell onto a leaf which was floating on the stream. On the leaf, he had to try his best for not falling off. It kept on drifting until it came near to the top of a waterfall. Roger was so frightened that he jumped out of the leaf and swam upstream. While swimming, he was swallowed by a fish. Then the fish was caught by a fisherman. The fish was sold in the market, and by accident, there was no one else but George's mother who bought this fish. George told his mother many times about the brave tin soldier that he had lost. When she saw the soldier was in the stomach of the fish, she happily brought it back to the toys room of George. Everything in the room was so familiar with the little soldier, and like he thought, he was sent back to that room. He was even placed beside the beautiful dancer. The ballet dancer was also really happy. She felt her tears begin to form.
Is that you, my brave tin soldier? What magic brought you back here? I thought that I would never be able to see you again.
Yes, it's me, Diana. Really nice to meet you again. After that, George recalled and told Diana about his dangerous journey. They happily talked to each other, but that was not the end of the story, because they had been placed on the shelf which was near to the window. George's mother forgot to close it. Suddenly, a wind blew over, making Roger and Diana fly toward the burning stove. As they were about to fall into the stove, Roger decided to sacrifice. He had no choice but to use his body to block the way and push the beautiful doll out. Then he flew toward the burning flame. Fortunately, Roger just fell into the edge of the flame, and it was luckier that George and his mother had come back to the room in time. George was brought out of the fire, but the flame had damaged his right arm.
Mom, why did my brave soldier fall into the stove? It looks like he had even saved this doll.
I'm not sure, darling. Maybe the tin soldier and the doll were blown out by the wind.
George was so sad, but he still said,
Anyway, my brave tin soldier is back. I will place him in the safest place for not putting him in trouble again.
The little kid placed Roger and the beautiful doll in the most magnificent position in the displaying showcase. From that moment, Roger and Diana lived together happily forever after. This is the story of the wealthy couple, Piper and Ian. But wait for a second, they used to be the poorest family in this village. Can you believe it? Why and how can they change their destiny? That's true. Ian and Piper used to be poor farmers. However, they were very kind and often helped other people to the best of their ability. Hence, the villagers all loved them. Every day, Ian works hard in the forest to cut wood. And Piper worked for a very rich but greedy and stingy landowner named Sadie.
You need to graze these goats in my pasture. If I see them getting thinner, you will have to pay for it. Please, rest assured.
Thanks to her care, the goats all became healthy and fat. But Sadie always found excuses to cut her money back. She only paid Piper a little money.
Ma'am, this amount is less than half of what we have dealt before. The more you get, the more you want. That's all for this month's salary. Stop grumbling and go away.
Piper couldn't do anything but going back home. How greedy and evil Sadie is. However, they were still content with the little money they earned, so they still had a happy life. One day, on the way to the landlord's house, Piper suddenly saw a poor old woman being crushed by a large branch. Piper immediately approached to help the old woman. She also carefully bandaged the wound for her.
Don't worry, it's not too serious. Just rest for a few days and you'll be fine soon.
The old woman smiled with great satisfaction, then revealed herself to be a beautiful fairy, to Piper's surprise.
Piper, I've been watching you for a long time. You're such a kind person. I want to tell you this. On Sadie's farm, there is an object buried deep in the ground. Dig it up and you will see something fun.
The fairy also told Piper about the object's location, and then she quickly disappeared. Although Piper was surprised, she did as the fairy told her. Sure enough, she found a strange antique jar lying in the exact place as she said.
I dug this jar in Sadie's land, so she owns it. I should bring this back to her.
And Piper did what she said. But when she saw the ugly old jar, Sadie showed her scorn.
Turned out to be just a dirty jar. My house already has too many jars. All of them are hundreds times as beautiful as that. That is enough. I appreciate your honesty, but I don't need that jar. Piper, you can take it for yourself as a reward. Thank you very much, Mrs. Sadie.
Piper happily brought the jar home, telling her husband everything. "How lucky! Our family is also in need of a water jar." Ian was delighted. He cleaned it carefully. Then he accidentally dropped a silver coin into the jar. Oh wow, that's crazy. Obviously I only dropped one coin. Why is there another coin here?
Ian, come here. Look, unbelievable.
The Piper couple couldn't believe what they saw. The silver coin in the jar kept doubling, the 2 coins turning into 4, then 8. Piper and Ian delightedly repeated that, and they soon had silver piling up in their house. After that day, Ian and his wife became rich. Then they built a spacious house. They didn't need to work for Sadie anymore. Not forgetting the difficult days, Piper and Ian also brought money to help the poor in the area. Seeing that the Piper couple suddenly became rich, Sadie was extremely surprised and jealous.
Unbelievable. Both of them are very poor. Why suddenly do they have a big house and a lot of money? There must be something mysterious. I have to go and see.
Sadie then hid in the corner, secretly spying on Piper's family. Looking through the window, she was amazed to see that they were making a pile of silver from the magic pot.
Unbelievable! The filthy jar I threw away for Piper turned out to be a miracle! How irritating! How can I get that treasure back now? It must be mine! Oh, it was mine! Yes! We have an idea! Ha 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 ha!
Immediately, Sadie filed a lawsuit for judgment.
Sir, Piper and Ian have appropriated a precious antique from me. When digging it up, it was in my land, so it's my property by law.
The judge was a greedy man. Knowing that, Sadie brought a lot of gold coins to bribe him. Of course, she said nothing about the magic pot. Under Sadie's control, the judge immediately asked to see Piper and Ian.
Piper, Mrs. Sadie says that you stole an ancient jar from her. Is that right?
Sir, it's slander. She didn't take it. Then she gave it to me as a reward.
That is not important. It was in Sadie's land when being dug up, wasn't it?
It's true, but...
That's right. I command that you and your wife must immediately return that jar to Mrs. Sadie. If not, we will punish you.
Under the order of the judge, with no other choice, Piper and Ian had to obey to return the jar to Sadie. She was excited to bring it back home.
Ha ha ha! Finally, the magic jar is mine. Let's see, what should I duplicate now?
First, Sadie immediately put the gold coins in the jar. Then she collected a whole bunch of bright, sparkling gold.
Oh my god, I have never seen that much gold in my life! With this magic jar, all the precious things in my house will be multiplied many times.
Sadie again put precious jewelry and fabrics into the magic jar. Every item was multiplied many times, making Sadie dazzled.
I am such a smart person who succeeds in everything. I can even obtain priceless treasures easily. Ha ha ha! One Sadie was good. What if there were more Sadies? At that time, together with many of Sadie's brains, there is nothing I couldn't do. Maybe I will become the richest and most powerful person in the world. Right. Ha ha ha, why don't we make many other Sadies?
So she excitedly jumped right into the magic jar. As expected, 1 turned into 2, 2 turned into 4. Many Sadies getting out caused the jar to be overloaded and broken.
Very good. There are 4 Sadies. From now on, you will obey my orders. Together, we will make a huge sum of money. No way! Why must I obey your orders? You are Sadie. We are also Sadie. Right. What do you have more than us?
Sadie was unexpected that all Sadie versions were also greedy, selfish, and cunning just like her. Everyone had their own thoughts, so no one would listen to her control. Everything then was too late to become back.
Oh my God, all of them disobey my orders. Well then, what do I do with these 3 Sadies now?
Just like that, all 4 Sadies only eat and sleep and then quarrel and fight loudly all day. They were gradually running out of money, but no one will think about doing anything. All the employees also left her. When there was nothing left, the real Sadie started to beg desperately.
Pray to the gods, please free me from this situation. I can't stand it anymore. Sadie, that's the price you have to pay for your greed and deception. Now that you've done it, I'll take back the magic.
After that, the fairy quickly collected other versions of Sadie and disappeared, leaving only the real Sadie and the ruined house. From then on, Sadie became so poor that she had to work for Piper and Ian on the land that used to be hers. But Piper still treated her very well. Not only did she help Sadie get a better life, but she also helped all the other poor people in the area. The couple, Piper and Ian, were respected by all. They lived happily together for the rest of their lives.
Once upon a time, there was a righteous and warm-hearted king who ruled the land Gracious. It was so peaceful there that everyone honored him as the Great King. He had a little son. Being the child of the king, he was loved by everyone. Therefore, all called him Prince Darling. One day, when the king was going hunting in the forest, he saw a ferocious wolf chasing a small rabbit. He immediately stopped them to make the wolf run away and saved the poor rabbit. A miracle happened. The rabbit turned into a very beautiful fairy to the king's surprise. I am a benevolent fairy. I just wanted to see if you were as kind as rumored, and you made me very pleased. I'll grant you a wish, so think it through.
I want my son, Prince Darling, to be a gentleman before he becomes a king. Please befriend my son until he is mature enough.
A great idea. If a king doesn't have a big heart, he wouldn't be a good king. I promise to guide Darling and punish him severely if he makes a mistake. However, he will be the one who decides whether to obey or not. I give Darling this ring. Put it on his finger. It is my embodiment, which will always be by his side.
Thank you, benevolent fairy.
As the fairy had told, the king put the ring on Darling's finger. The little prince loved it so much that he always brought it along with him. Not long after that, the king came down with a serious illness and passed away. Before he died, he reminded his courtiers to help Darling until he was old enough to be a good king. The little prince had been raised by the virtuous teacher Sullivan. He took care of Darling, shared everything with him, and considered him as his son. Many years later, Darling became a beautiful young prince. The evil courtier Lucas and his servants always pampered and flattered him. They did everything when he ordered. So Darling became more and more arrogant, looking down on everything.
Your Highness, how rude a servant is to disobey your order.
Just like that, everyone gradually considered him as a bad guy. At those moments, Darling felt his ring finger so hurt.
Ouch! Every time I get angry, that kind of pain comes. How annoying. Lucas, go!
Even Teacher Sullivan couldn't give him advice anymore.
Sullivan, stop now! I'm tired of your teachings. Ouch, it hurts. It's that pain again. Is everything going against me?
Your Highness, I am very upset when you are going against the wishes of the late king. I hope you could be happier and wiser.
That day, Darling and Lucas went hunting in the forest. They met a beautiful shepherd girl whose beauty immediately made Darling fall in love. The shepherd girl also realized the presence of that handsome and notable man.
Hello, I'm Prince Darling. You are the most beautiful girl in the kingdom I have ever seen. I want to offer you the great honor of marrying me. Well, you're happy about that, aren't you?
Prince Darling, He's so arrogant and unlikable. And I'm Celia. Even though I'm just a poor shepherd girl, I have self-respect. I will not marry an arrogant man like you, Prince.
Prince, why do you have to be so sad? You can make her obey you because you're about to become a king. How dare she despise and mock your love? She must be punished.
You refuse to be my wife? Then be my prisoner. Guards, take her to the palace.
At that moment, the ring pierced Darling's hand again.
Ah, it hurts. It again. What the hell is that?
He tried to pull the ring off his finger in vain, but he couldn't. When Darling returned to the palace from the hunting, he wanted to see Celia, but he was surprised that she had been escaped by Sullivan.
Darling, it's me who freed that poor girl from your unreasonable orders. It's time for you to change, my prince.
How insolent, Your Highness. He dared to be against you. He must be punished for what he has done.
Guards, quickly put Sullivan in jail for me and get Celia back here. That's the prince's orders.
The guards took Sullivan away. Lucas was very excited. He wanted to get rid of Sullivan for a long time because of his illustrious reputation.
Great. Now no one can stop me.
Darling angrily returned to his chamber and saw a miracle. A fairy appeared from the ring on his hand. Then she scolded him sternly. I am the benevolent fairy who promised your father to guide you. But you are not only arrogant and selfish, but also cannot control your anger, thus becoming crueler and crueler. Because you are hot-tempered like a lion, greedy like a wolf, ungrateful to Mr. Sullivan like a snake, stupid like an ox when deceived by your courtiers, you will have a suitable punishment. Then she transformed Darling into a strangely shaped monster with the head of a lion, the horns of an ox, the hind legs of a wolf, and the tail of a snake. Darling was startled seeing himself in the forest beside the lake, where he could see his terrible form.
Oh my God, is this what I look like now? How can I go back to my old self?
When you change and redeem yourself to show repentance, you can go back to the way you were. Being threatened, he tried to run away from the forest, but unfortunately, he fell into the trap of the hunters. They were surprised at the monster, but then delighted to have obtained a strange creature. They brought the strange creature into the city, which made everyone talk about it. Feeling humiliated, but instead of realizing his mistake, Darling angrily accused the benevolent fairy.
Just because of the benevolent fairy, I have gone to this trouble. Yes, she did all of these.
Talking about the courtier Lucas, after searching everywhere, he was happy to find that the prince was gone. Lucas quickly came up with an idea to usurp his throne.
Quickly announce to the public that the evil Prince Darling is dead.
But his plan quickly became unsuccessful. Sullivan won the trust of the guards and he was set free. Immediately, he led troops into the palace to deposition Lucas and put him in jail.
Huh?
Sullivan immediately organized a ceremony to announce the truth to all the people in the kingdom. At that moment, the stock car carrying the monster Darling passed by. The evil Prince Darling is dead!
The evil courtier Lucas has been put in jail! Great!
Sire Sullivan, may you become the king to correct the mistakes made by Prince Darling.
Darling saw that his citizens were really happy when they knew he was lost, and even supported Sullivan to be the new king. He was upset, roared, but nothing worked.
I only keep the throne for the prince. I believe he is not dead. Darling is not bad. It's just Lucas and his servants who spoiled him to usurp the throne. If Darling can return to his true self, a benevolent king like his great father, I will cede the throne.
I want to do good deeds, to atone for mistakes. I want to be human again, to repay Sullivan's favor.
Darling was taken to a circus, along with many other ferocious animals. When the trainer was not paying attention, a leopard jumped out to attack.
Oh my God, please don't eat me. Is anyone there? Please save me.
Poor him. I wish I could be freed from this cage to save this trainer's life.
As soon as he finished speaking, the iron cage door to which he was imprisoned miraculously opened. He let out a fierce roar, causing the leopard to be panic and run back to the cage. A good deed will definitely be rewarded. Darling was transformed into a dove. Then he was free.
If I want to be a human again, maybe I need to find Celia to atone for what I did to her.
But Darling didn't know where Celia was, so he had to fly around to find her. A few days later, Darling finally found Celia just when she was being led by a soldier on the street.
Here she is, you evil soldiers. How dare you be so rough to her? I'm angry with him, but isn't that what I ordered? She is right that I am so selfish and cruel.
Even though he was just a small dove, Darling was determined to attack the soldier fiercely. Celia took that opportunity to push down the soldier to free herself and then ran away with the dove. Thank you, little dove. You just saved me.
If that was what I do to atone to you, will you forgive me?
You can even say? Who are you? Regardless of the fault, it's good of you to have the courage to face and fix it. I accept your apologies. Celia, you'll know who this dove is right now. The fairy cast a spell, turning Darling back into his original form.
Celia, I've always loved you from the first time we met, but because of my selfishness, I did wrong things to you. If you do not agree to forgive me, I will beg the fairy to turn me back into that dove as a punishment.
Indeed, your wrongdoings made me feel disrespected. It's great that now you can realize and fix them. I agree to give you another chance. The benevolent fairy was so content. She casted a spell.
Master Sullivan, nice to meet you again.
Oh, Prince. Yes, our Prince Darling. He is back.
Sullivan returned the throne to Prince Darling. He had always been his teacher as well as his most loyal friend. Darling was completely changed. He gradually became a benevolent king like his father. Darling then married Celia in the blessing of everyone. Eventually, they lived happily ever after. Once upon a time, the story happened in a faraway kingdom in Othland, which was ruled by a king and his wife. They had a handsome little prince named Ethan. One day, the king went to the woods to go hunting. Unfortunately, he got lost in the forest. Suddenly, he met an old woman who was an evil witch named Isla. Your Majesty, I can help you get home immediately. In return, you have to give me the first thing that you will touch when you're home. A year later, I will go to the palace to take it.
Why do I have to agree with you? I will find a way to get back by myself.
Just think again. It's already dark, and this wood is very dangerous. How could you leave here easily? That price was too cheap to save your life.
Maybe she's right. When I return, I will wear a warm coat, which is the first thing I'll touch. I can trade numerous coats like that without hesitation. Okay, I agree with you. Get me out of here.
Isla grinned. She swung her wand. Immediately, the king found himself at the palace. However, the Prince Ethan suddenly rushed to hug him tight at his utter shock. The king nervously told his wife what he had promised to the witch. They discussed for so long until the queen came up with an idea. They decided to swap Ethan for an orphan girl named Scarlet and let a loyal farmer's family raise him. 1 year later, the witch Isla appeared to ask the king to keep the promise. Believing that the girl was the king's princess, she took her away. Since the king was scared that Isla could know the truth, he still let Ethan live with his adoptive parents and secretly gave them a lot of possession in return. Over the years, Ethan grew up and became a brave and kind young man. One day, the king and queen decided to tell him the whole truth.
Ethan, you are our only prince, who will be the heir to the throne.
We have to switch you for a girl named Scarlet to protect you from the evil witch Isla.
Poor Scarlet. She has to go through all the hardship for me. If I don't pay her favor, I can't be a good king. I have to escape her from the evil witch.
Ethan determined to go to rescue Scarlet. He asked his father about the forest in which he used to lost, and also about the figure of the witch Isla.
This is the witch Isla. I've also regretted for putting Scarlet in danger. I hope you can save her and help me make amends.
Then, chivalrous Prince carried a bag of beans to go into the woods until he got lost. He also met an old woman and realized she looked just like Isla. Ethan was appalled to see the witch Isla coming. Isla looked at Ethan surprisingly as well.
Hi, my name is Ethan. I'm looking for a job to earn my living. Unfortunately, I've got lost in this forest. Well, it's a little bit sudden, but would you like to hire me for any work?
Oh, such a young man. I really need to hire someone, but my housework is very exhausting. If you don't work well, you will be punished.
Great! Please accept me. I'm so strong that I can do everything, no matter how difficult it is.
Such a fool. He doesn't know I'm a witch and still heads on. If he doesn't finish his work, I can do anything I want to him, such as capturing his soul, petrifying him, or using him as a sacrifice. Okay, I'll hire you. But remember, do exactly what I told you. If I don't ask you, you mustn't say anything. Along the way, Ethan obeyed her and didn't speak even a word. Isla was very content, but she didn't know that Ethan was secretly sprinkling beans on the ground to mark the way. When they came to a large rock, Isla chanted the spell and stomped the ground 3 times. Astonishingly, the rock shifted to the one side to open a secret tunnel. Ethan was so stunned, but there was enough time for him to memorize the spell. Follow me. Remember to obey my orders at all costs, or you will get into trouble. Isla led Ethan through the dark tunnel. When he went outside, Ethan was amazed at the witch's splendid house in the deep wood. There was a filthy stable in the yard. A pretty white horse was grazing. Pampered by Isla, it was very naughty and misbehaved. Phineas, my lovely horse, I'm back with you. Isla was used to its misbehavior, so she didn't get angry at all. Come on, give it to me, Phineas. You can't play with it. Inside the house, there was a beautiful and young maid waiting. Then she silently bowed to the witch. That girl was Scarlet, who had become a beautiful and intelligent girl.
She is so beautiful. Whether or not she's the Scarlet I'm looking for.
As the food was laid, Isla sat down to eat dinner alone. Ethan was very curious. He silently gazed at Scarlet. Now it's time for you to clear the table and keep the leftovers for your dinner. While eating, the prince gazed at Scarlet passionately. He couldn't help speaking up many times, but she secretly reminded him of the witch's rules. You can rest tonight and start working tomorrow. She will show you where to sleep. Scarlet led Ethan to the sleeping room. He wanted to talk again, but she promptly stopped just at the moment when the witch came to check. Then Scarlet left sadly.
I believe that you're the Scarlet I'm searching for. You're so beautiful and warm-hearted, not like a witch at all.
The next morning, Ethan eagerly came to see the maid. He silently helped her chop the wood and do housework. Scarlet was so surprised. She gently nodded to him thankfully. Today, you have to cut off enough grass to feed the horses all day, and then clean the stables for me. If you don't finish your work before I come back, you'll have to pay for it.
Mowing the grass and cleaning the stable is no big deal for me.
What's the duty she gave you?
Don't worry, it's just mowing the grass and clearing the stables. So easy.
Her bizarre horse has a bottomless stomach, so he'll never be full. Therefore, you can't clean the stable.
What should I do then?
You should do this, like this. Ethan did exactly what Scarlet said. After cutting the grass to fulfill the manger, he braided a rope and made a huge wooden stake, which really surprised the horse.
Hey, boy, why are you doing that?
If you eat too much, I'll tie your mouth up. If you dare to dirty the whole stable, I'll tie you to this wooden stake.
Phineas was so frightened, it knew that he was a difficult breeder, and it had to obey his order. After that, Ethan began to clean the stables. When he reached the corner, he discovered a strange, sparkling pearl lying under the dirt and litter.
Such a beautiful pearl. What's it used for?
When Isla returned, she found that the manger was still full of grass and the stable had been cleared. She was very surprised. How could you? Has anyone shown you the way to do it?
Ma'am, I've just done it by myself.
Good. Tomorrow, bring here a huge pile of straw from the meadow. If there is even a straw left, misfortune will come to you.
Bring this pile of straw back home? It's really simple.
What has she just asked you to do?
Don't worry, just move the pile of straw home.
It's not that easy. As soon as you transfer the straw to your wheelbarrow, they will grow from the ground again, and you can never accomplish it alone.
What should I do?
Don't worry. You do as I say. The next day, Ethan took Phineas out to the meadow early. He did exactly what Scarlet said. Tying the horse to the rope which tied the stack of straw, Ethan sat on it and began to count.
1, 2, 3...
What are you doing?
I'm counting the number of wolves hiding in the woods. 4, 5, 6... Well, how populous!
Hearing that, Phineas got panicked. He tried to run away, which pulled a pile of straw together with Ethan sitting on it. Being uprooted, the straw could no longer grow up again. The witch Isla was appalled at the barren land, while Ethan joyfully stood beside her. You can't do it alone. Who helped you?
Ma'am, I've just done it by myself.
In this house, there is only Scarlet who can help him. Well, exactly her. Are they two going to backstab me? Well done. You did a very good job. Later on, come see me with that maid. You two look so good together that I want to be the matchmaker. How dare you go back to my words? I will destroy you. Huh? Oh no, she found out that I was trying to help you, so she wants to kill us. We have to run away now. That night, they ran away together. Thanks to the beans that Ethan had spread along the road, they could find a way to escape. Seeing that no one came back, Isla used her magical orb and knew Ethan and Scarlet had run away. Because of her magic, she caught up to them so quickly. You two rats, I've got you now.
Scarlet, be careful!
Ethan rushed to protect Scarlet. The flash hit Ethan. He screamed and then collapsed. Ethan, how are you?
How strange! I got hit by her, but nothing happened to me.
When they were surprised, the pearl fell from Ethan's body, rolled to the ground, and flashed. Why can you take it?
I found it from inside the stable.
It is the precious pearl that she always carries with her. It represents her strength. It turned out that one time when Isla was careless, Phineas stole her pearl. Why are you still all right after my attack? My pearl! How could you have it? Give it back to me right now!
Dear precious pearl, shut the witch Isla down for me!
No, it can't be like that. Let me out. Ethan and Scarlet buried the pearl, then kept following the beanstalks and reached the rock. Ethan opened it with a spell learned from the witch. Together, they crossed the cave and returned to the kingdom. Through many ups and downs, they fell deeply in love with each other. Ethan realized that she was Scarlet and told her the whole story in the past. Yet, I thought the witch picked me up since I was a kid.
I love you, Scarlet, and I promise to make up for you because of what you had to sacrifice for me.
Ethan and Scarlet's wedding ceremony solemnly took place in the palace. The couple who had been switched had lived happily for all the rest of their life.
In a town, there was a wealthy merchant family living happily with 2 daughters. The older sister was named after the sun, Leona. In spite of being beautiful, she was really impulsive and greedy. The younger sister was named after the moon, Diana. Although she was not as beautiful as her older sister, she was very calm, hardworking, honest, and filial. Unfortunately, the mother passed away so early, so the father had to take care of the whole family. One day, because of frequent overworking, the father came down with a strange disease. Diana had to do everything, from the household chores to taking care of the father. The younger sister invited a doctor for him.
I'm sorry, but this is incurable. With my current capacity, I couldn't do anything more. However, people say that there is only one cure for this disease. But you have to get the Golden Lotus on the high mountain. The road to get there was extremely difficult and bumpy. You need to cross a bridge, go through a forest full of wild animals, and there is a temple located on the top of a cliff. There is a golden lotus which is said to be able to cure all diseases. My girls, whoever can cure my illness will inherit all my property.
Father, let me. I'll go get it.
After half of a day on the road, Leona saw the bridge. Because of being so hasty, she hurriedly stepped on the bridge, causing it to shake violently. Then she quickly stepped back.
I just need to wait for Diana and see if there is another way.
She had to sit on a rock and waited. Next to her was an old man begging for food.
Hey girl, I'm so hungry. Can you give me something to eat?
Hey, old man, I only have some food for my journey. If I share it with you, I will starve to death.
Girl, I can help you cross the bridge safely. I just...
Need food? I do not have food for you. You want to lie to me? I saw it's difficult to cross the bridge. Then how an old and weak man like you can help me? I will never believe it.
Hey, the new girl. I'm hungry. Can you give me something to eat?
Yes, sir. I have some bread. Please, take it.
Oh, thank you, girl. I haven't eaten anything for days.
After eating and drinking, the old man came to Diana.
Thank you for giving me something to eat. Please hold my hand. I'll help you cross the bridge.
That old suspension bridge may not bear the weight of 2 people, but he can't cross the bridge alone, though. You fool! How can you trust that man?
When she held the old man's hand and put the first step on the suspension bridge, it suddenly turned into a sturdy golden one. Diana led the old man to the other side quickly and safely at her sister's surprise.
What? What's happened? Where did this bridge come from?
Stunned for a moment, Leona was about to cross the bridge, but the golden bridge gradually returned to its original form, following the footsteps of Diana and the old man. Leona couldn't follow her sister anymore, so she had to give up. After stepping down from the golden bridge, the old man asked Diana,
Hey, little girl, where are you going? Maybe I can help you.
At this moment, Diana knew that the old man was no ordinary person.
Sir, I'm looking for a golden lotus to cure my father. Please, help me.
You are such a good daughter, unlike someone else. If she doesn't want to share the difficulty with others, how can she help people?
This...
I am the mountain god who rules this land. I will help you. Take this tiger skin bag,
Fill it with the water from this river and bring it along. It will help you. After leaving this forest, keep heading to the steep cliff. You will see a bowl at the foot of the mountain. You will know what to do then.
Diana listened obediently. After saying that, the old man disappeared. Diana then had more confidence with the 2 gifts from the mountain god. The girl took water from the river, poured it into the tiger skin bag, and went into the forest. Although the bag contained a lot of water, it was not heavy at all, thanks to the magical tiger skin bag of the mountain god. No wild animal in the forest dared to approach her. Diana safely left the forest and reached a cliff. At the foot of the cliff, she saw a very large stone bowl. After thinking for a while, she tried pouring the river water into the bowl. The stone bowl was full, incidentally, right after the girl emptying the water bag. Unexpectedly, a giant Kong stepped out from the mountain. He looked ferocious, but had no intent to harm Diana. The Kong only grabbed the bowl to drink water. He put the girl on his shoulder, then brought her to the top of the mountain just in the blink of an eye. Reaching the top of the mountain, she saw an ancient temple with intricately carved stone blocks. She entered the yard and saw a beautiful and fragrant lotus pond. In the middle of the pond was a golden, sparkling lotus. Suddenly, the mountain god appeared behind her.
Hey girl, this golden lotus has its own mind. If you want to get it, you must have its permission. As long as you can touch the lotus, it will recognize your dignity.
Let me try.
Diana took off her shoes and tried dipping her feet in the muddy water. However, it was so cold that she had to pull her feet back.
It is much colder than I expected. Come on, for Dad, I have to get that lotus.
Diana decided to jump into the lake. Despite being frozen because of submerging in the water, she still didn't give up. The golden lotus seemed to be persuaded by the determination of the little girl. It became glowier and more radiant as Diana approached. Expectedly, she was able to touch the magical golden lotus. Her hand became burned, but that didn't stop her will to save her father. When she stepped ashore, Diana felt completely healthy and strong. Moreover, she became even much more beautiful than ever. As the mountain god was so pleased, he filled a tiger skin bag with muddy water and gave it to the girl.
This golden lotus must be decocted with the muddy water of this lake. Otherwise, not only the disease will not be cured, but worse the situation will become.
I will bear it in mind. Thank you.
When she raised her head, the old man had already disappeared. Surprisingly, as soon as she turned her head, the scene changed. She was standing in front of the suspension bridge.
How magical it is!
By this time, it was dark. Diana met her sister waiting for her on the suspension bridge.
Hey, sister, are you still sitting here waiting for me? Diana, is that you? Yes, it's me. Wait a minute. How did you become so beautiful? It was because I soaked in the cold mud while taking this golden lotus. Mud? Ew. And hot and cold things? Forget about it. I'm already pretty enough. Where is the lotus?
Diana opened her bag and showed the lotus, which made Leona couldn't take her eyes off of it.
It's late now. You must be tired. We should take a rest and leave there early tomorrow to bring it back to Dad.
Diana woke up in the middle of the night, and she didn't see her sister anywhere. Diana looked for her bag. The lotus was nowhere to be seen.
Oh no, the golden lotus is not here. Leona must have brought it home first. Without this magical water, how could she make the medicine?
When it was bright, and the older sister had brought the golden lotus home,
Probably just one petal is fine, I think. Then I will sell the rest for money.
so she tore a yellow lotus petal and decocted it with rainwater. While decocting, the yellow light of the lotus petal gradually disappeared. After finishing, Leona gave the medicine to her father.
Father, I have brought back the golden lotus and qualified in medicine for you.
The father took the bowl from his daughter and drank, but just a moment later, his hair was no longer gray. He felt as if everything was coming to an end.
It can't be like that. No!
At that moment, the younger sister arrived, looking at her father in panic. Diana immediately decocted the remaining flour in the magical water from the bag. The medicine this time had such a good smell, and we could see a rainbow. Diana helped her father up and drank all the medicine. In the blink of an eye, the father looked years younger. The hair on his head grew as his youth came back.
Leona, have you realized your mistakes? Greedy, deceitful, you are not qualified to be my successor. Diana, thank you for saving me from death. As you are honest, brave, and kind, from now on you will be the one to take over the family business.
Father, I do everything for you, not for money.
I know. That's why you deserve it. With your personality, you won't let your sister live in a difficult situation. I believe in my decision.
Since then, Leona had tried to change herself. Then she knew that what her sister got came from her good qualities. Once upon a time, in a kingdom, there lived a king and two princesses named Rosie and Dolly. Rosie is older, mother was at a young age. She lived with her stepmother and her younger sister, Dolly. While Dolly was a beautiful girl and pampered since childhood, Rosie was an ugly girl, so she was often estranged.
Mom, look, she can talk with the birds. Why do you care? Don't even try to imitate her. I don't want you to be like that.
Unfortunately, not only the queen, but Princess Dolly also hated Princess Rosie. The maids were cold as well, and didn't even want to be around an ugly person like her. The maids only cared about flattering the queen and Princess Dolly in order to please them.
Hello, beautiful queen, beautiful Princess Dolly.
Speaking of the king, he sometimes hesitated to introduce his daughter Rosie whenever there was a messenger or guest from far away to visit.
Mom, she makes this place look like a nursery. It really doesn't make any sense. Let me think. How to get her out of here?
In fact, Princess Rosie is a girl who loves animals very much. She often collected leftovers to feed the birds and squirrels.
Princess Rosie is quite a glutton. Does she have a bottomless belly or something? That is how she got such a massive body.
One day, the king sent people to prepare a rare fruit of his kingdom as a gift for the neighboring country. It was mangosteen. The whole kingdom at that time only had one tree planted here.
Attention! Choose the 5 biggest and most delicious fruits. This gift of friendship is very important. Did I make myself clear?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Indeed, Dolly was really into mangosteen. However, there is only one tree, so she could only dream about it. During the preparation process, Princess Dolly somehow planned to eat some. She just tended to eat just a little bit of the mangosteen, then left a messy dish due to their sweetness. Suddenly, the queen appeared. She's surprised seeing Princess Dolly with the peels.
Hey, do you know these are friendship gift? But it's so delicious, Mom. All right, let me think.
When the dish was delivered to the king for inspection, he discovered that only empty peels remained.
This is an insult to me. Who did this?
This can only be Rosie. I just saw her went into the kitchen. True. I saw her in the kitchen too. I didn't do it. I just took some breads. I'm innocent. Princess Rosie could have eaten them. She would have eaten them all day. You still refuses. We all here could see. Unexpected that you are so ugly, not only appearance, but also your soul. You are not worthy to live with elegant people here.
Rosie, from now on, you are no more princess. I cannot accept this. Get out of here now!
Rosie deeply fell into despair when she heard those hurtful words. After being taken out of the palace, Rosie walked along the main road. The girls suddenly met a colony of ants.
Hey, little ants, what's going on? It's about to rain, but our nest just collapsed. We don't know how to withstand the oncoming rain.
Rosie relented and helped the ants to build a new nest before the rain came.
Thank you, girl. You are so kind. We have gathered these beautiful things for you. Please take them. Oh, I didn't help you for these. Please keep them. Your journey is still long. They will definitely help you. Anyway, it's no use for us. If you say so. Thank you.
It was raining cats and dogs, but then the dark clouds quickly retreated. When the rain stopped, the girl continued walking and arrived in a small village. This place seems to have just experienced a crop failure. The whole village is hungry.
There is a serious shortage of food. I need to sell valuable things to buy food to help them.
Thanks to a part of the money earned from selling jewelry, Rosie could buy food for the needy, helped these people to increase production capacity and improve their crops. Gradually, the poor village became wealthier and people became happy. Since then, many people have known her for kindness. They really liked her and agreed to contribute to build a house as a gift to Rosie.
To thank Rosie for helping our village over the past few days, we have contributed to build a house for you. Please accept our heart.
Speaking of the king, just a few days after he sent his daughter away, he discovered that he had made a hasty and thoughtless decision.
Your Majesty, that day I myself saw the person touching the fruits. It was not Princess Rosie, it was Princess Dolly. The Queen was also present at that time, and she covered for Princess Dolly.
The chef secretly told the story that he saw Princess Dolly and the Queen deliberately plotting to harm Princess Rosie.
Why didn't you say then? Do you dare to take responsibility for what you just said?
Your Majesty, I was too scared to speak the truth, but my tormented conscience did not allow me to hide the truth anymore.
Bring me the Queen and Princess Dolly.
Faced with the king's wrath, Princess Dolly was mentally weak and scared, so she blurted out the confession.
It's me. I ate all of them.
Do you know what crime you have committed? Not only causing crimes, but also cheating and having dark plans for my own loved ones. Will it be my turn after this? Guards, bring the Queen and Princess Dolly to the prison, waiting for sentence.
But...
The king regretted. He many times sent people to find his daughter, but failed. He became more and more depressed. One day, the king himself went on a pilgrimage to find his daughter. He and his servant passed by a small village, but what hit their eyes was no longer a small village like before. It has grown to a town with many spacious and cozy houses.
How weird. I didn't remember this wealthy village. Someone hurry up and ask what miracle happened to this place.
It's lucky for us when that kind girl always helps others, taking their smiles as her happiness. If a girl like that could rule this land, then our country could rise.
The king, after listening to his servant narrating the story, he thought sadly. He reached a very ordinary house, which stood in the middle of other beautiful houses. The place everyone pointed him to, Rosie's house. The king knocked on the door, dazed and surprised when Rosie appeared. she recognized her father, excitedly rushed over to give him a hug. After a night of confiding with his daughter, the king made a decision to reinstate Princess Rosie.
Father, you look tired. How are you lately?
Rosie, I've decided. I want to bring you back to be a princess again. You will come back with me, won't you?
Oh, yes, Father.
Facing declining health, the king prepared a will to promote Rosie to the queen in his place.
Yes.
He recognized the mistake and knew the right way so that he could make his kingdom walk on the glorious path.
Rosie, I have acknowledged my mistake. The Queen and Dolly were the ones who committed the crime and were held in prison. They had evil plans and accused you for what you didn't do. I want you to be the one to decide their punishment.
I think things have already happened. Thanks to that, I have learned many things and helped many people, so I forgive them.
Since then, Princess Dolly and the queen have been freed. However, the two are now no longer queens and princess and had to move out of the palace. Who knew the story didn't want to live with such wicked crooks. They not only despised the wicked, but also gathered to throw eggs, tomatoes.
What are you doing?
The mother and daughter could not stand this shame, so they left right in the midnight without saying goodbye. After the king's death, the gratitude that the people had for Rosie made her the head of the kingdom without any difficulty. Queen Rosie ruled the kingdom in peace and abundance.
Long live the queen!
Once upon a time, there was a wealthy merchant living with his 3 daughters. The 2 older daughters were selfish. They always ate, dressed up beautifully, and were jealous of Belle, who was a kind, hardworking, and helpful youngest sister. As Belle was so pretty, everyone loved her and called her Beauty. One day, they got very bad news. The merchant's ship was submerged into the sea because of a fierce storm, and he lost all his money and goods.
We've lost everything, my dears.
What did you say? Lost everything? Impossible. Then I couldn't spend any more money?
Don't worry, everything will be fine.
I'll go to the harbor to see what we've got left. If we are lucky, we can salvage a little money. What do you want when I return?
I want beautiful dresses and precious jewels.
Daddy, if only you could return peacefully. A rose is enough for me.
The father said goodbye to them and set off. Since then, the 2 sisters only complained about having to save money, while Beauty tried to do all the housework. When the merchant realized that everything was lost, he sadly returned without affording what his daughters wanted. Unfortunately, he was lost to a castle in the middle of the forest.
Huh? Excuse me, can I stay here for a night? Oh, this castle is so strange. I mean, the master must be very hospitable. Honey, it's been a long time since we had the opportunity to dance together like this. Huh?
Oh, sorry to interrupt this romantic moment, but I have to announce that a man is coming.
A human? How long has it been since someone came to this castle?
From the moment we became like this.
He's coming here!
Huh? Hello? Is anyone there? I have no intentions of sneaking in here. I just want a place to sleep tonight.
Oh.
A sumptuous feast. Just when I'm hungry. I will eat something first, then apologize to the master later. Whoever you are, thank you so much.
After having the meal, the merchant found himself a clean room to take a rest. As he was so tired from a long trip, he had a good sleep that night. The next morning, he woke up and prepared to return home.
Thank you for welcoming me thoughtfully. You are so generous. Now I have to get back. Goodbye.
When he was walking through a beautiful rose garden, he suddenly remembered Beauty's wish.
Great. I'll pick a rose from here and bring it back to Belle. I'm sure she will like it.
Right after he picked a rose, a roar rang out. Then a huge and ferocious monster appeared in front of him.
How dare you! Who allows you to pick my precious rose? I have treated you that well and let you sleep for one night, and this is how you show your appreciation? I will punish you.
Please forgive me. I just want to ask for a rose to fulfill my daughter's wishes. Please, my 3 daughters are waiting for me at home.
You have 3 daughters. Great. If one of them voluntarily comes to live with me, I will forgive you. And if no one comes here, I'll go find you. Bring my gift along with the rose to your daughter.
The monster gave him a chest filled with jewelry, but he felt very sad.
Daddy, why are you so sad? Living with a hideous monster? No way. I will never go because it's not my fault. It's all about you, Belle. If you hadn't asked for a rose, it wouldn't have been like that. Right? This has all happened just because of me. I will go there to live with the monster.
Belle, I hurt you.
Don't worry, Father. I'll be back.
Talking about the monster, in a secret room he was sorrowfully sitting beside a miraculous rose placed in a glass cloche. When a petal fell, it seemed to be so distressed.
Master, don't be disappointed like that. Cheer up. Right, look at the butler. Although he is so silly and troublesome, he's actually very optimistic. Yes, that's right, sir. What? What did you say, Captain? You can't hear. Silly and troublesome.
How could I be happy when the curse is coming, and I still haven't seen any hope yet?
Huh? Master, there is some good news for you. Right, quickly see.
Hello? I'm Belle. I have come because of the promise. Is anyone there?
Belle, you're willing to come here. What do you think about me? Do I scare you? Do you agree to marry me?
Never. No way. You are very scary. I don't agree.
Hello, beautiful lady. Welcome to our castle.
You can talk?
Not only the both of us, there are many interesting things in this castle. We will show you later. You will be free to do whatever you want here. Except for the master's room on the top floor. Remember that no one is allowed to enter. From now on, this will be your bedroom. Get ready for the dinner with our master.
Hello, lady. Even the wardrobe can talk? I'm a thoughtful maid. Please, pick your clothes. Oh, I'm so shy. Oh, you're so pretty. Surely our master will fall for you. I won't meet him. Such a fierce and rude man. Actually, our master is very pitiful. Please, give him a chance.
Sir, please straighten up. That's right, like that.
Remember to be gentle and polite.
Gentle and polite. I've got it.
Well, sir, Belle just said she's not coming. I won't meet him, such a fierce and rude man.
What? Open the door quickly. Have dinner with me right now.
No way.
Sir, be gentle and polite.
Would you like to have dinner with me?
Go away.
Huh? See? She was determined to refuse me. If you don't eat with me, I won't let you eat anything. Wait to starve.
In contrast to what the monster said, Beauty was still taken care of and served food every day by the items in the palace. Belle was getting more and more curious about the monster as well as the castle. One day, she decided to find out about the monster's secret room on the top floor. She found a way to reach the top floor, opened the door, and entered the mysterious room. Belle was astonished to observe the gloomy scene inside the room. A large photo with half a man's face torn. In the middle of the room was a magical rose glowing in the glass frame. Belle was curious as she gently touched the rose. Immediately, the monster jumped out.
How dare you come here when I strictly prohibited that? You wanted to laugh at my ugly face, right? Is it terrible and despicable? Go out! Get out right now!
Belle was terrified at the fury of the monster. She quickly ran away from the Rose Castle. When she reached the forest, Belle was so exhausted. Unfortunately, a pack of wild wolves came, surrounded, and cornered her. Belle was utterly hopeless.
I have to die here?
A great, loud roar let out. Then the monster jumped out to shield Belle. It faced the pack of wolves alone. Although all of them were knocked out by the monster, they were still able to bite him. After that, the wolves fled into the forest in fear.
Oh my God, you're injured. Let me help you.
Belle helped the monster come back to the castle and bandage the wound. The monster roared in pain fiercely, but Belle was not afraid of him anymore.
It hurts! If you hadn't run away, this wouldn't have happened.
If you hadn't threatened me, I wouldn't have run away. You'd better control yourself and respect others.
Huh?
Anyway, thank you for saving my life.
No big deal.
That evening, Belle agreed to have dinner with the monster for the very first time. They had a wonderful evening. They talked and listened to each other. The monster tried to be polite, but his bewilderment excited Belle. Days later, the two were becoming closer and closer. They hung out, danced, and chatted together. Belle then had a good impression of the monster, but she tried to banish all her feelings for it.
Belle, are you still afraid of me now? Will you marry me?
Why am I like this? How can I have feelings for a monster? I think it's better if we are just friends.
As time went by, the rose in the monster's room gradually shed its petals, till only the last one was left. The monster felt very sad.
Due to the curse, if this petal falls off, I will have to live in the shape of a monster for the rest of my life.
Sir, don't worry. The rose hasn't been dead yet. We still have a chance. That's right. We will plan to help you propose to Belle at this last dinner.
On that day, Belle had such a vivid dream. Her father seemed to be ill, and he was looking forward to seeing her one last time.
Belle, I want to see you one more time.
Please let me be home now. My father is seriously ill. He is waiting for me. I promise to return here to you right after seeing my father.
If you don't agree to marry me when the last rose petal falls, I will. But I love her. I cannot refuse that request. I agree. You can go back home. This is a magic mirror, so you can see anything you want. And this is a magic ring. It will help you be home to visit your father immediately. When you miss me, look in the mirror and return here with the ring. Just
go!
Belle was home in the blink of an eye, to the surprise of her two sisters and her father's happiness.
Father, I'm back.
Belle, my dear daughter, it's you.
Seeing his beloved daughter again, the father recovered very quickly. Belle told him the story of the monster's change and her sweet life in the castle, which made the two sisters very jealous.
It can't be like that. Why does she have such a sweet life, but we not? Let's find a way to keep Belle here so that the monster will get angry and kick her out of the castle.
Then they kept Belle there to take care of her father and do housework for a week, which made her almost forget the monster at the castle. That night, she had such a vivid dream once again. Belle hurriedly glanced through the mirror and saw the monster was dying, and beside him stood a magical rose, about to shed its last petal.
Oh my God, I forgot the promise with the monster. He is in danger. Magic ring, please bring me back to the castle. Oh no, it's too late. It's all my fault for leaving you alone. If only I had stayed by your side, it wouldn't be this. Sorry. Actually, I have feelings for you, but dare not admit it. You couldn't die. Don't leave me. I love you.
Belle's tears fall because of the monster. Magically, the rose flashed. All the petals bloomed again. The monster transformed into a handsome and young prince, and he slowly opened his eyes and looked at Belle, smiling. I am Prince Liam. Because of being selfish and cruel, I was transformed into a monster by a fairy. She forced me to stay in the Rose Castle until I knew how to love and find my true love. That's you, Belle. The whole dark castle suddenly lit up. All the objects returned to humans in joy and happiness. Belle and the prince fell deeply in love with each other. They happily returned to Liam's kingdom to present the king and queen. They would conduct the biggest wedding ever. Once upon a time, in Athens, Greece, there was a priest named Medusa. Medusa was born pretty and lovely girl. However, due to having made a mistake, she was punished and transformed into a monster whose hair was venomous snakes, and those who gazed into her eyes would turn to stone. Medusa was a pitiful girl. Although she wore the form of a monster, her soul belonged to a young lady. As a lady, it's completely normal to vibe. Ironically, the person that she secretly fell to was the hero Hercules, the handsome demigod with resounding feats of killing monsters like Medusa.
Hey girl, do you know that Wonder Boy out there? Oh, my heart was deeply imprinted with his image. What should I do? What should I do with this ugly appearance? And how can I not turn them into stone? Oh, I wish I didn't make a mistake that day and be punished by God. God? Yes, only God can help me out. Dear gods, I have a plea for my love. Is there anyone willing to make a contract?
Suddenly, a rift appeared on the ground, exposed a dark fog which revealed the image of a dark god. He was the god that governs hell, Hades. At the same time, a cloud in the sky swooped down right next to Medusa. It transformed into a stunningly beautiful god with shiny blonde hair. She was the god of love and beauty, Aphrodite.
Dear gods, I have a plea. I have crush on a strong, brave, and cute man. But being an ugly monster with these petrifying eyes, I can't get close to anyone. Do you have any suggestion for me?
Let me tell you this. I could help you dispel the curse for half a day. When there is sunlight, you are human. When the dark arises, your snakes come back. In exchange, I just need 3 drops of your snake venom. So what? Is it good enough for you?
The god of love and beauty gave another suggestion.
No one can beat me in every issue that is related to love. Listen to me, Medusa. The love based on appearance never lasts long. You need to be confident and accept yourself. You are so good-looking anyway. About the petrifying curse, you can wear this glasses. As long as you wear the glasses, no one could be petrified. What's the catch? How about a snake? I want a pet snake. What do you think?
Facing the choices between 3 venom drops and a part of her body, Medusa obviously made a less painful choice. She signed the contract with the Hell God.
I'm sorry. I don't believe in that glasses. It's not so... I meant, for comparison, I think the suggestion of Mr. Hades here is better for me. Oh, little girl, you will understand my words.
Immediately, the god of hell said the magic words and turned Medusa into a beautiful lady.
Adabi bidabi. Boom! Don't forget, before dusk.
Speaking about the village where Hercules was living, the man was relaxing after practice. Medusa was enjoying the scenery. Then she hit Hercules. The beautiful lady carelessly fell into the Hercules' arms. Isn't it called love at first sight?
Oh, hi. I am Medusa. I'm new here in this village. Are you busy? Would you mind spending me a minute showing places?
Hey, I'm Hercules. Oh, no, I don't mind. What could make me refuse a beautiful lady? Let's go.
They both spent the whole day hanging around. It was about dusk.
Hey, Phil.
Where did you go? Didn't you hear me to tell you to wait for me? And who is this beautiful lady?
Come on, Phil. I've already finished it. Here, Medusa. She is the new girl. What do you think? Suitable for me, huh? This is my teacher as well as my best friend, who taught me to fight with monsters and how to treat people. He is the great demigod Philoctetes. Just call him Phil. He likes that.
Dusk was coming. The sunlight faded. Medusa immediately recalled the contract.
Oh no, it's about time. I need to go. Hey, Hercules, I felt tired and hungry. Could you please get something for me to eat?
As intuition, Hercules' teacher felt something was wrong.
Hey, lady, don't you wait for him to come back?
Oh, well, I suddenly remembered that I still have an urgent thing to do. I have to go now.
How suspicious it is.
Phil followed Medusa to the edge of the jungle. There was no sunlight left. Medusa turned back to her monster form, which astonished Phil and caused him to step on her brooch. Then their eyes met, which caused Phil gradually to turn into stone with a frightened face.
Oh no, it's not good. What should I do?
Hercules came back, but he didn't see anyone there waiting for the dinner. He followed the tracks and found petrified Phil and Medusa brooch. He thought that the monster kidnapped Medusa. Hercules raised his spirit to kill the monster to avenge for Phil and Medusa. That night, the god of hell appeared. He asked Medusa for the venom.
It's time for the contract, lady. Hey, lady, you seem anxious about those statues. I have an idea. I can help you modulate something to lift your curse. It's just...
Just what?
I need a little more. By double venom you have given me. Of course, just for study. You see, if you don't believe me, I can add one more term into our contract. With this amount of venom, I could have enough to study something that can petrify all the gods in this world. Marvelous. After 4 days, I will come back for you.
The next afternoon, Medusa came back to find our hero Hercules. He was training diligently to destroy the petrifying monster.
Medusa, hey, you're safe. Incredible. Look, the petrifying monsters were out there. They turned Phil into a stone statue. I found your brooch. I thought, but you are here right now. I'm so happy that you're okay. Phew, I'm training so hard to fight against them.
The love based on appearance never lasts long. You need to be confident and accept yourself.
Hercules, you fool! Why don't you think I was that petrifying monster?
Hercules really did not believe in the confession of the beautiful girl in front of him.
No way. How could a beautiful lady like you be a monster? Oh, no.
Keep it right there, and don't look back till I said.
To prove her own statement, the young lady chose to reveal herself.
It can't be. It can't be.
This is the truth. Of course, I approach you for no evil purposes. It's just, I can't hold my own feelings anymore. This feeling doesn't deserve an ugly monster like me. Hercules, what happened to Phil is just an incident. 3 days. Come to see me where Phil was petrified. I can help him.
3 days was also the time for Medusa to receive the miracle from Hades. At that night, the god of hell, Hades, appeared.
Medusa, where are you? Hey, lady. I don't know that a monster like you could come up a happy ending with some hero like Hercules. Who is he? He is a hero. And what are you? You are a monster. Look, with these number of victims, you think he would come in peace? Listen to me. Just use your superpower to petrify him so we no longer worry about the future. He's just a demigod anyway. Looking at your eyes, and boom! Ta-da!
I don't believe it. I want to verify it by myself. You are not allowed to be there.
Medusa saw Hercules was coming.
Hercules, I'm here!
Hercules walked closer, didn't forget to raise the shield to avoid being petrified.
Hey, Medusa, I just want to tell you...
As if Hercules was about to draw his weapon, Hades deliberately blew up the fire to make things easier to see, and, as reflexes, Hercules was startled and turned his head to see what happened, and so he caught Medusa's eyes, very close.
Beautiful eyes.
Under the flickering light, Medusa found the bouquet in Hercules' hand. Actually, Hercules didn't want to kill her. He came with goodwill.
Why did you do that? Hercules did not mean anything against me.
Ha! Oh, come on. Watch your attitude. Be careful or I don't give you the curse lifter potion anymore.
You are a god!
Yes, I am a god. What can you do to me? Petrify me? Do it!
Medusa was angry. She prayed to Aphrodite, and immediately the god of love and beauty appeared.
Hades, you better follow your contract. You don't really want to break it. Gods cannot break promises. Let's do it under my witness.
Hades really liked Medusa's expression. He loved the depression in her eyes. Of course, in front of the god of love and beauty, he had to obey the contract.
All right. Listen up, Medusa. According to our contract, this is the only thing in this world could lift your curse. You have one and only one chance.
Suddenly, Medusa grabbed Hercules' mirror-like shield and of the miraculous water. Hercules gradually turned back to normal.
As I thought, if this thing could lift my curse, then it could lift petrifying curse on the statues.
Aphrodite was genuinely amused by Medusa's behavior. The god of hell, Hades, was enraged when his enemy had been revived.
Medusa, from now on our contract is no longer in effect. Do not ask me for anything that can turn you back into a human.
Then the god Aphrodite explained everything to Hercules, from the beginning to the moment when Medusa sacrificed her chance to be a human and save him.
So, what about Phil and all other petrified?
If that miraculous water could be moduled from Medusa's venom, why wouldn't you try to drop on them?
Medusa followed Aphrodite's call. she dropped one drop of venom onto Phil's statue. Amazingly, Phil was brought back to normal.
Oh, it seems like the pure venom could bring some undesirable effects. A mortal couldn't stand it. I have given clues. You guys better try to find the final answer. As I said, you are not that bad. But... You impressed me with your sacrifices for love. A monster could sacrifice her only chance to become human and save a human. Who could do this? Take it. Consider it as my blessing. Live happily, Hercules. Medusa, thank you.
Since then, thanks to the glasses, Medusa no longer petrified any people. Hercules and Medusa together studied and moduled a recipe that could help bring petrified people back to their lives. Medusa then lived happily in her love with Hercules.
I am a monster. So what? Monsters do have a right to love, to be happy. Hello, it's me, Dolphin. Welcome back to the world of Ariel, the Little Mermaid. Ariel was still enjoying a happy life with Prince William on the mainland, but the ocean adventures of brave Ariel kept going.
After defeating Madeline and protecting the soul of the seas, Ariel took over the responsibility of Neptune Poseidon.
Soon we will hold an ocean talent contest. You will compete against 2 talented princesses from neighboring seas to find out the one most worthy for my position.
Ariel was already satisfied with her current life, but as she didn't want to disappoint her loved ones, she worked hard to prepare for the upcoming challenge. Finally, the contest day came. In front of the castle, the soul of the sea was solemnly placed on a stone pedestal. All of the inhabitants of the sea gathered looking for their champion. Apart from Ariel, 2 other elite representatives from faraway seas also appeared for this noble position.
This is the candidate from the Arctic Sea, Princess Circe. Since her young age, she has been well known for being agile, good at magic, and able to fight as well as the best knights. Second comes Princess Sansa of the Pacific Sea. She has remarkable intelligence. Even at a very young age, she was able to help her father governing and dealing with many problems for a large territory. And my daughter, Ariel. You 2 can rest assured. The winner will be decided by all ocean inhabitants. The challenge will be given by the soul of the seas to ensure there is no bias.
Thank you, Your Highness. We got it.
Now, it's showtime. The soul of the seas will decide what your challenge will be.
The 3 were taken by the sea spirit to a cursed sea filled with fiery lava. This place had long been uninhabited because of the harsh conditions, and there was even a fierce lava monster there.
Your mission is to lift the curse of the sea and get the treasure that the monster is keeping.
The first obstacle came from the gate. There were many eyes watching. As long as someone touched the door, the rock above would immediately fall to cover the entrance.
Hey, how can we get through this gate? I don't know. Maybe we need to find out a special key somewhere. I get it. You guys are so unintelligent. Look at me.
Smart as Sansa was, she immediately took a magical mirror that shone towards the gate. After that, all eyes were still open, except for one immediately closed.
Here you are. This is the real eye, and also the key of this gate. It's too easy. I will be the champion. Oh, she's so smart. Are you still standing there? Quickly, chase after her.
Entering the palace, Sansa was surprised to see a river of hot lava flowing under the cliff. She quickly followed the cliff and kept going forward.
Sansa, be careful. It's dangerous. So there is a sheep to clear the way. She will have to face all the danger. They were too cautious. Nothing is dangerous here. So I am about to dominate the ocean.
However, things were not as easy as she thought. The heat from the lava below not only burned her skin, but also turned into an illusion of Sansa's parents that made her stagger.
Sansa, be careful. That's the trap of the lava monster. I know. It's not that easy to fool me.
But next time, from the bottom of the cliff, Sansa could even hear her parents' cries.
Save me, Sansa! Please help us!
We're about to be engulfed by lava! Dad! Mom! Wait a minute! I'm coming!
Sansa fell off the edge. She luckily clung to the cliff, then screamed for help.
Help me! Cersei! Ariel!
Ariel wanted to quickly save Sansa, but the road was too narrow, and Cersei managed to take the front.
Cersei, hurry up! Otherwise Sansa will be in danger! Help me! Hurry up, please! Wait a minute! I'm coming! No! Sansa! Cersei, why are you so cruel? I've already eliminated an opponent for you, right? You should have thanked me.
Having no other choice, Ariel had to follow Cersei. The two kept going through the final cliff above the lava flow. Together they entered the great hall of the lava castle. That's where the monster was hiding. It was very surprised to see the two people.
Cersei, be careful. We should make a plan well in advance. Working together is the only way to defeat the monster. If you get scared, get out of the way. I will defeat it alone.
But both princesses were no match for the lava monster. Although Cersei attacked it with magic or in a duel, it was still unharmed. Moreover, even Ariel was also knocked out. When she was almost exhausted, Ariel realized that the monster's legs were chained, so it was difficult to move far. Ariel then came up with an idea and was determined to implement it. She went to the chain, trying to provoke the monster. The monster was very angry. It threw a powerful fist at Ariel. When the monster almost banged its fist, she quickly dodged. At the same time, she gave out a sharp axe that created a great force to break the chain for the monster.
Stupid! If you want to die, go ahead. Why did you unchain the monster to kill me? Don't be afraid. You are free. I've turned into my old shape. The chains are gone. I am the daughter of the god who rules this sea. I'm imprisoned here as they forbade me from following my love. Therefore, I cursed this whole sea in my enmity. Now, I have realized that my blindness has caused disaster to my beloved sea. Thank you for setting this sea free. I give you this treasure. Hope it will help you.
That was a red, heart-shaped ruby representing the heart of a lava monster. It was her calm and cleverness which helped Ariel overcome the challenge. Immediately, Ariel and Cersei were taken to an icy sea. In front of them was a majestic ice mountain.
Your second challenge is to get the crystal located on the top of the mountain, which is also the head of the ice range. Great! I am the princess of the cold Arctic. Therefore, I obviously have a great advantage in this challenge.
But things didn't happen in the way Cersei expected. That icy sea was much harsher than her Arctic. Only halfway through, Cersei was almost exhausted. Surprisingly, Ariel was unharmed.
Cersei, this ruby will keep you warm and overcome the cold. We can share to reach the top together. What a treasure of the sea. If I had it, I could easily get the crystal on the top of this iceberg.
Because of her greed, Cersei fired a magic beam upon the snowy mountain, creating a large snowball rolling down.
Look, Ariel, what is that?
When Ariel didn't stay alert, Cersei shoved her right into the place where the giant snowball was falling.
Oh my god, a giant snowball! Cersei, why did you harm me like that?
On the contrary to Cersei's expectation, Ariel quickly created a small hole to get in and dodged the snowball just in time.
What? She still managed to escape just in time?
Ariel and Cersei chased each other for a long distance. Both of them wanted to be the first to get the crystal on the top of the mountain. But in the end, Cersei was still the faster.
Finally, this crystal stone is mine. I am the winner.
As soon as Cersei got the crystal, the ground immediately shook, and the snow on the top of the mountain fell off very quickly. Luckily, she was still able to hold on to the cliff.
Ariel, save me, please.
Although Cersei had harmed her many times, Ariel still reached out and pulled her up. However, as soon as she got safe, she immediately turned around and pushed Ariel down the cliff. Ariel also instantly disappeared, just like Sansa.
So both of my opponents have disappeared. I will be the new successor of the Sea King ruling the seas. I have passed both challenges and brought back 2 treasures. Please keep your promise. Give me the trident and the soul of the seas.
But what Cersei received was only cold and indignant glances from everyone, which made her extremely surprised. It turned out that Sansa and Ariel were not dead. They were brought back to their original location by the Soul of the Seas.
The Soul of the Seas also shows the whole process for everyone to follow. We have seen all your bad behaviors and tricks to harm the others for your own benefit. You will never be accepted by the ocean.
Cersei was so embarrassed because of being strongly condemned by everyone. She had no choice but to leave there. Ariel and Sansa were blessed by the spirit of the sea, so they recovered very quickly.
Dear Neptune, I admire Ariel's talent so much. She was a kind and passionate person. She was also intelligent and calm in all situations. She deserved to be your successor.
As you can see, the inhabitants of the ocean also agreed with Sansa's opinion. Being warm-hearted while keeping a cool head is always necessary, right?
No, I need to try harder. Hey, my friend. Are you talking to a jar? Look, it's shining. What happened? Let's go back with me to see what happened with the jar.
Once upon a time, in a cozy and prosperous kingdom, there lived a warm-hearted king and his only prince named Ethan. Prince Ethan inherited from his father a kind heart and an outstanding intelligence. During an incognito travel to learn about the lives of his citizens, both the king and prince and their entourage unfortunately encountered a group of ferocious bandits. They drugged all of the servants and started threatening the only 2 who were still awake.
I can handle it alone, but my father and the others can't. Any thoughtless action can risk their lives. It's not good.
During the crisis, a witch appeared and offered to save them.
You, please help us. I can pay you with much gold and silver.
I could save all of you, but in exchange, I don't need the money. I just need Prince Ethan to marry and live with me.
Facing the safety of his father's life, the prince immediately gave his decision.
Yes, I agree with the term.
What? I will not accept it. I can still fight.
The witch then turned the bandits into blocks of ice, rescuing the king and the others.
I've done what I've said. Now it's your turn.
After completing the task, she cast a spell and disappeared with the prince, leaving bewilderment in the eyes of those who remained. Speaking about the prince, he and the witch landed beside a house in a snowy mountain.
Welcome to my estate, Prince Ethan.
Normally, a witch would mistreat or treat the others as a slave. But not this case. Our prince was treated very well.
Prince Ethan, let's eat something to warm up your whole body first. This house will be warm in no time.
Wow, this is so delicious.
Of course, it's not like he can do whatever he wants.
Prince Ethan, in this place you are free to do anything except getting out of here. Ah, and don't ever touch the golden jar in the warehouse. It's dangerous. You need to remember well, it's all for your own safety.
Due to his curious nature, our prince wanted to explore his new home. He discovered everything in sight. Well, this place didn't look like a witch's residence at all. Ethan continued to walk around. He saw an old door and did not hesitate to push in. Wow! This room actually looked like a witch residence. Suddenly, Ethan felt being covered by the dark and cold. It was really hard to see clearly in the dark. Ethan took a torch from the wall. It immediately lit up, helping the prince to see clearly what was near him. While walking and looking at things, the young prince accidentally entered the forbidden area and bumped into a dusty jar. Holding the jar, he could feel an unusually warm feeling.
Ooh, this antique jar is so warm. The fireplace is about to go out. I'll take it up to the room instead.
He brought the jar back to the room. The room became warmer, even though it was snowing outside.
I wonder what's in this jar that can be so warm.
Being curious about what was inside the jar, Ethan gently untied and took off the cover towel above. Suddenly, a tiny flame flew out of the jar, lighting up the whole room. The jar then turned golden. The tiny flame gradually turned into a fairy. Her hair burned like fire. The fairy just woke up from a long sleep.
Ah, great! Finally, someone came and rescued me. Young man, I've been waiting for you for a long time. Today, you let me out of the jar is definitely a miracle. I will grant you 3 wishes unconditionally.
Prince Ethan looked at the shining jar in his hand. He recognized that it was indeed the golden jar he was warned.
Ah, and don't ever touch the golden jar in the warehouse. It's dangerous. You need to remember well, it's all for your own safety.
Thank you, but unfortunately I don't have any wish right now.
It's the first time the fairy saw such a strange person.
What? No wish at all? How weird you are. I haven't seen anyone who doesn't have a dream or wish. Now be honest, I can do it. Hurry up.
But the more she pressed, the more suspicious the prince became. The fairy then lost her patience. In the end, she turned into a fire devil. The whole room started to heat up, even though it was still snowing outside.
I've been trapped in this jar for too long. I can grant you 3 wishes. How dare you deny my grace? Hurry up and say it and set me free. Or I will burn you right here. Your choice.
The prince was surprised, but remained calm and fearless. He grabbed a candle on the fireplace.
All right, listen up. I wish you to transform into a tiny flame on this candle.
How weird it is, but it's your wish. Yes, watch me.
Immediately, the prince poured water on the flame. However, the flame not only didn't go out, but also flared up even more fiercely, then gradually returned to the original devil.
Oh, I see. I tell you this, as the Lord of Devil, the embodiment of fire, I am immortal.
The prince was surprised. He observed that the devil was somehow smaller than before.
The next wish, I wish you to transform into a large stone.
Okay, there is nothing I can't turn into.
She immediately turned into a large stone. Our prince took the hammer on the wall, then tried his best pounding on the stone. The stone was broken into pieces. Each piece then turned into a flame, and they consolidated into the original devil, but much smaller and somehow tired.
Fire can easily separate and can be gathered into one. Don't you know that? Enough. Do not waste time anymore. Speak your last wish and take my place in this jar.
The prince then realized the true purpose of the fire devil.
Turns out she just wanted to find a replacement. The 3 wishes were actually a swapping ritual. All right, for my last wish, I wish you to transform into a little jewel in an egg size. I just want to see a beautiful thing.
That's easy.
The devil then turned into a sparkling ruby. Prince Ethan quickly grabbed the jewel and put it in the jar.
Let me out! Why am I being fooled again? Let me out!
As I thought, these wire and towel were used to seal the devil also.
The golden jar glowed and shook violently in the prince's arms. It seemed like the fire devil must be trying to escape. Then it stopped abruptly, returning to its original dusty shape. The atmosphere in the room turned back to its original state. At this moment, the witch appeared with the cold wind blowing between her legs that started chilling the room.
I felt that the seal on the jar was broken, so I immediately returned. I was afraid that it was too late. Surprisingly, that you have passed it. In fact, that devil is the one who cursed me to become this ugly witch. So, as to prevent her from harming anyone else, I've tricked her into the golden jar and brought it to this cold land in order to restrain her power. I once thought you couldn't resist the temptation, but your intelligence had proved the otherwise. Furthermore, you even made the devil's magic much weaker. That's awesome. I was going to collect rare gifts preparing for our wedding, but then, well, now I can turn back to my original form because the devil's curse has been weakened somewhat. However, I can only be normal human for half a day. A beautiful girl by days, but an ugly old witch by nights? Or conversely, an ugly witch during the day will become beautiful girl when nights fall. How do you want me to be?
I don't really care about beauty. If we are married, I will love you, my wife, whoever you are. To be a woman, you deserve to have full control of your own life. You don't have to rely on anyone.
Just after the prince had finished his words, the witch suddenly glowed. She couldn't seem to believe what just happened to herself, constantly checking her body.
Thank you so much. It was your decision that lifted the curse on me. Only when someone agreed to live with me for the rest of my life, regardless of my appearance, the curse will be lifted immediately. And I know you are that person. Great.
Incredible. Would you like to go to the palace with me and have a grand wedding? I'm pretty sure that my father will not refuse anymore.
If that's your wish, there is no way I can refuse it.
After a few days, the prince took the lady back to the palace and held an official wedding. Both the king and the civilians were really happy to bless the prince, who came back after difficulties.
Once upon a time, in that village, there were 2 close-knit neighbors named Vincent and Kunka. They often supported each other with work and their daily life. Vincent was a single man. As he lived alone, he could save an amount of money. On the contrary, Kunka had to raise 3 kids. That's why no matter how hard he worked, he still lived in poverty. Feeling sorry for his friend, Vincent usually gave a help so that Kunka could live a better life. Therefore, Kunka's 3 children, Albert, Becky, and Chella, cherished him so much. One day, Vincent had to go far away for some days.
I have put a lot of effort over time to save this money. If no one kept an eye on it, I'm afraid that thieves could sneak in and take it away. Oh right, I can ask my friend Kunka for help.
Huh?
I'm going to be away for a few days. I've saved some money after a long time. Could you keep the money jar for me while I'm not here? It's my pleasure to help you, my dear friend. It's good to have such a good friend like you. Don't worry, I promise you to take good care of it.
Then, Vincent said goodbye to his friend and left. At home, because of curiosity, Kunka opened the jar and saw that there were full of sparkling gold coins inside.
Oh my god, a jar full of gold! Since I have to raise 3 children, I can't save any money at all.
The glittering gold coins with the pleasing sounds woke Kunka's greed up. He admired and caressed the gold coins for so long without getting bored.
With this amount of money, our life will be much better. Vincent lived alone, so what's the point of keeping this money? I need it much more than him.
The greed made him so dishonest that he decided to steal all money from his friend. Then he refilled the jar with coal. A few days later, right after Vincent came back, he came to see Kunka.
I'm back. Let me bring my jar back, please.
My dear friend, something terrible happened while you were away. The very next day, all of your gold coins turned into coal. You can check it, then you will see.
Vincent was profoundly shocked when he saw only coal inside his jar.
How can it be like that? Gold turned into coal? Never have I heard of such nonsense before.
I'm so sorry, but that's all the truth, my dear friend.
Intellectual as Vincent was, he would never believe in those words. He understood everything and felt so upset.
How disappointed. I'm sure that Kunka exchanged my gold for coal. But what can I do when I don't have any proof? Also, I don't want to argue fiercely with him and then lose a friend.
Therefore, Vincent had no choice but came back home with the jar of coal. Seeing that, Kunka was very delighted.
I don't think Vincent was so easily fooled. He believed all my words.
The next days, Vincent was still kind with Kunka and his children as if nothing had happened. He didn't mention a single thing about the jar of gold coins. He still had the meals, chatted joyfully with them, and helped them in daily life. As time went by, Kunka assured that Vincent had forgotten about what happened.
He's forgotten, so I made a great deal.
But a few days later, Kunka had to go far away for some days.
My 3 children can't stay at home without someone to look after. Where to send them now? Oh, right! I could ask Vincent to look after the kids. They're very close to him.
Then he took his children, Albert, Becky, and Chella, to ask for Vincent's help.
I have to go away for a few days, but I can't let my children at home alone. Couldn't you take care of them for me?
Of course. You can let them stay at my house. I will take good care of them.
Great, thank you very much. Albert, Becky, Sella, remember to listen to Uncle Vincent.
Yes, Father.
Having finished arranging everything, Kunka set off relievedly. Vincent joyfully welcomed the 3 children into his house.
Wait a minute. I have to close the door carefully first, and then prepare something to eat.
Uncle, let me close the door for you. At home, my father wants me to do so every day.
Oh, thank you.
About me, I sweep the house every day, Uncle. Let me do it for you. Me too, me too. I often help Father make tea every day. I will make a delicious cup of tea for you.
Then Becky took the broom to sweep the house carefully. Besides, Chella joyfully made hot cups of tea and put them on the table. Seeing them obedient like that, Vincent suddenly came up with an idea to teach Kunka a lesson.
I'll take you to the town and buy you your most favorite food.
Hooray!
Vincent took the 3 kids for a walk in town and then to a relative's house.
I have some work to deal with these days. Could you stay here for a few days and listen to her? I promise to come visit and bring food for you every day.
On the way to come home, Vincent bought 3 clever monkeys.
I'll call you Albert, Becky, and Sella.
He taught 3 monkeys to do the same things as 3 children do. The big monkey named Albert learned how to close the door skillfully. The second monkey named Becky learned how to clean the house, and the one named Chella knew how to make hot, delicious teacups. The little monkeys were so smart that they quickly imitate those things correctly. Every day, Vincent gave the 3 children delicious food and drinks, talked with them, and took good care of them. Albert, Becky, and Chella were all healthy and cheerful all day. A few days later, when Kunka was back, he came to Vincent's house to bring his children back home.
Kunka, I have to inform you a tragic news happening while you were away. The very next day, all your children turned into monkeys.
No, impossible! It is so ridiculous. How can my kids turn into monkeys?
It's the truth. You can check it out clearly right now.
Albert, where are you? Close the door for me.
Huh?
Oh my God, it closes the door just as professionally as the real Albert does. What about Becky? Go sweep the house for me. It can't be like that. It sweeps the house even more skillfully than my Becky does. And where's Sella? Be quick, make a cup of tea for me. Oh my goodness, what a nightmare. All of my children have turned into monkeys. Is that the way God punishes me because of the bad things I did to Vincent? What a tragedy! Up to now, I have never thought that children could turn into monkeys, but it turns out to be the truth.
It can happen just like the way gold coins can turn into coal.
It's all about the gods who are punishing me. Vincent, actually your gold coins didn't turn into coal. I greedily hid and swapped them, which made me feel so regretful now. Because of me, my 3 children have become monkeys.
Oh, really? It's great to hear you say that. If so, I want to tell you that your children didn't turn into monkeys. I've sent them to my relative's house. They are all very healthy, so you can rest assured.
Huh? Really? Oh, my dear Vincent, please forgive me for my greed. I promise to return all the gold coins to you immediately. Could you let my kids come back to me?
Father, you're back!
We miss you so much. Do you buy a gift for us?
Here I am. You all have grown up so much when I wasn't here.
That's all because of Uncle Vincent. He's very caring.
He sent us to a very nice house with a gentle lady. She gave us so much delicious food.
Kunka was so content. He thanked Vincent and took the 3 children back home. After that, Kunka came back with a jar of gold coins.
This is the amount of gold I took from you, but I haven't spent even a penny. Thank you for teaching me a valuable lesson. I hope that you can forgive my faults.
Okay, I will forgive you. We're still good friends, okay?
Of course!
So Kunka had a valuable lesson about friendship. Those who were selfish and greedy would never have a true friend. Since then, Kunka and Vincent were still good friends. They continued to help each other with their daily work so that they could live a happier life. Kunka was back to a hard-working person, so their life was getting better and better. Vincent then also got married. Their lives were always full of happiness with good neighbors.